Hi, I'm Jacqueline from Young Dragon Slayers, and I'm here to answer the question, can you play Dungeons & Dragons by yourself? One of the great strengths of D&D is getting to play with others, going on adventures as a team, interacting in character, and getting to spend time with geek-minded friends. But this strength can also be a weakness. Many a well-intentioned campaign has fizzled out due to scheduling mishaps, interpersonal conflicts, or difficulty finding a dungeon master, and that's if you can get a party together in the first place. This struggle has many D&D enthusiasts asking if it's possible to play the game alone. With a little bit of creativity, the answer is yes. Here are a few different options if you want to play D&D by yourself. Option 1, play a solo D&D adventure. There are many excellent pre-made D&D adventures. In fact, we have a few favorites ourselves. A dungeon master reads through adventures like these and runs them for their friends. But some very clever writers have crafted adventures where the book is the dungeon master and the player is you. These are a little bit like choose your own adventure books, but more complex as they follow all of the rules of D&D. Here are a few you could try. In The Secret of Oki Island by Obvious Mimic Press, you play a level 1 to level 4 character joining a pirate crew. They sail the great ship the Rapier Wit to carry mysterious cargo to the fabled Oki Island. It has plenty of combat encounters and interesting NPCs, so you can pick what paths you'd like your swashbuckling adventurer to follow. In 8 Petals Argent by Wraithright Productions, you play a level 1 character on a not-so-noble quest to steal magic items from the catacombs of a cemetery, navigating ambushes, rival factions, and the City Watch along the way. In To Hell and Back Again by Jonathan Fry and Kiana Shaw, you play a level 1 to level 3 character on a mission for an oddball wizard. Along the way, you'll end up meeting strange fae, a Hollyphant, archdevils, war machines, and more that will try to stop you on a dangerous journey to Avernus. Option 2 is to play a video game set in D&D. For those who like game mechanics, keeping track of monster hit points, target rolls, and ability scores can be a fun part of a solo D&D adventure. But for others, especially beginners, all that stuff can be a headache and a frustration that gets in the way of the game. If that's you, why not leave the work to a game console or to a PC? Several video games use D&D's world, rules, or flavor to create a single-player experience. Here are a few to consider. In Solasta, Crown of the Magister by Tactical Adventures, you explore the world of Solasta, a custom fantasy setting where the political tensions run high and danger lurks in the Badlands. You control a party of 4 custom adventurers as they investigate a garrison that's mysteriously lost contact. This game uses the D&D 5th edition rule set, a 3-dimensional landscape, and dynamic environments, so you can travel, explore, and fight the same way you would in a tabletop game of Dungeons & Dragons. In Traveler's Road by Kaio Studio, your character is assigned to protect a card of treasure alongside a whimsical sorcerer and a serious fighter. This game focuses on the roleplay and relational elements of Dungeons & Dragons and allows you to pursue relationships with your party members and endure the trials of the journey together. In Icewind Dale, an official D&D game by Black Isle Studios, you create a party of 6 heroes in the world of the Forgotten Realms. They travel north to icy lands filled with terrifying monsters and a great evil which threatens to destroy the world. It's great for those who enjoy crafting the perfect party composition for fighting monsters and exploring dungeons. The classic D&D experience. Dungeons & Dragons is actually just one game in a sea of others like it. These are called tabletop role-playing games, or TTRPGs. Many of these games are designed to run with a game master controlling the world and multiple players controlling the characters. But some of them are designed differently. They're meant to be played with one player and no game master. Perfect for playing by yourself. Here are a few that we recommend for young gamers. In Bramble Trek by Crossed Path, you play as a tiny mouse going on an adventure. As you play, you manage resources like health, supplies, and morale, and draw from a deck of cards to encounter challenges. As you play, you use special abilities, play out combat, and build your adventure through consecutive journal entries. In Dragon Dowser by Hatchling Games, you play a strange adventurer out to quest for powerful dragon eggs, bring them to your sanctuary, and raise the dragon hatchlings to save the kingdom. You play with a standard deck of cards and a preset pool of resources. It plays a bit like a game of solitaire, but instead of a card just being a single number in a stack, each one is something in a story. A dragon egg, a sudden war, or a secret cave. In The Librarian's Apprentice by Daniel Bronson Lowe, you play as the title suggests, an apprentice to a librarian. But this library stretches to infinity, and you must somehow travel through it and retrieve important documents. It uses both cards and dice to tell the story and randomly generates books in the library, people you meet, and beasts you encounter along the way. But sometimes you really do want to be able to play with a real dungeon master, and other players too. If that's you, we may be able to help. We will do all the work to find other tween and teen players with your preferred playstyle, coordinate your schedules, and set up all the tools you need to play D&D online. Then we match you up with one of our awesome dungeon masters to bring you together, teach you to play, and set you off on your own epic adventures. Whether you end up playing on your own, with friends, or with people who will become friends, we hope you have a great time with this awesome game. Thanks for watching and enjoy the chaos.